A sacrifice is made in Superman issue 49. As Vandal's ship comes crashing down to Earth, Wonder Woman, who was rescued by the kryptonite-powered Superman, looks through the rubble for him. At a rescue scene, Lois tries to get an interview from some EMTs that are helping the rescue effort, but the presence of John Corbin startles the police nearby. They tell Lois and John that Superman saved them from the falling watchtower. John goes to help Wonder Woman. Together they both try and shift the debris covering Clark. Wakened from his blackout, Clark frees himself from the rubble. After a small reunion with Diana and thanking John, the three of them realize Vandal is still nearby, with his children, so they go after him, but Horder activates a shield, keeping them out. Horder then continues his work with the Justice Leaguers, draining their energy. Using the energy, they begin to pull the comet that gave Vandal his power back to Earth. All over the Earth, people with the infected by the shadow mist begin to change, affected by the comet coming closer. Horder is angered that he is not receiving the gifts as well, and Vandal explains that he is no longer in his original body, therefore he does not have the same genetic makeup as himself, so he won't be affected. Before he can attack Savage for his betrayal, Salvax kills Horder. Hearing Vandal from behind the shield, Clark tells John to use his kryptonite in his chest to power him up. Vandal projects a hologram of himself out to all his new children, telling them to come to him and fight for him. The newly powered people all converge on Vandal's location, causing Clark, Diana and John to fight them. John leaves to protect Lois as Mr. Terrific and his team of heroes arrive to help. John arrives at Lois's location, causing Lois to ask why he isn't down there fighting with Clark and Diana. When John says that he wants to stay and protect her, angrily, Lois goes down to help Clark. John comes after Lois and is shot by one of Vandal's children. The powered man proclaims his victory over John, making Vandal choose him as his son and bring him into the shield. This angers a lot of the other powered people, causing them to fight within each other. Going to John's side, Clark finds out that he is dying. John says Clark is dying thanks to the kryptonite poisoning him, but Clark says that he won't stop from getting to Vandal. John says that Clark is willing to protect others, including people he has never even met, even if it means he will die, and that he should take his kryptonite heart. He says that for once he wants his life and his heart to be like Clark's and be for everyone. Taking the kryptonite from John, Clark ties it around his neck and using the extra power smashes through Vandal's shields. Yeah, this is a really neat issue of Superman. It was a nice sort of send-off for John Corbin, and I guess he sort of is dead now, but he probably isn't since he's really a robot, and every other time he's had his like kryptonite heart ripped out, he hasn't died. So I imagine this is he probably will come back in some form maybe, but of course the rebirth's coming, so it doesn't really matter. Really nice to see that, like, even though without his powers, even though he's got kryptonite powers now, Superman, he's still sort of inspiring people and sort of bringing hope to even like villains and everything, that they can change and everything. That's really what Superman's all about. He doesn't really want to fight his villains, he wants to help them and help them change to become good and use their powers, if they have powers, for good. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really cool, and I like the John Lois interaction and their relationships, and that, since that's something that has happened in like the old continuity before the New 52. So I'm glad that was like one of the things that came and sort of survived. That they had this sort of relationship where John really wanted to have a relationship with Lois, but Lois really wasn't interested, and then she sort of like, they just became friends really. But yeah, I really liked this issue. I thought it was really good, and I guess like Horder died, so you know he's gone now, and it's kind of disappointing since he had so much potential. I thought he was a really cool villain when he first started out, like this brand new villain that we'd never seen before, and he was like taunting Clark and everything, and then we just find out that he's one of Vandal Savage's pawns, really. But yeah, other than that, it was really cool. I really enjoyed this issue. I can't wait to see what happens next, and we're coming towards the ending of this whole Savage Dawn arc, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10.